Blues Matters magazine here in Chicago Blues Fest. We have today Don Tyler Watson.
That's me.
Yay! Don, I just came off the stage yesterday.
You?
I wasn't drinking.
It was fantastic. Wasn't it amazing? I mean, it's a dream. Actually, I set up a new stage, but the truth is, it's the third time they've offered us to come. So the first two times we couldn't. There was a conflict of schedules, and then there was visa problems with the COVID was the first time, and the borders not being sure, so we couldn't confirm. So this time we jumped through hoops. I did everything possible.
That was the
I'll probably lose money, but who cares? I'm so happy to be here.
what was the process about getting on the festival? Well,
Well, getting on the bill, I leave that to my agents, but as I said, they offered 3 times. So, I was really happy they made another offer, and I was afraid if I turned it down, it would be, that's the last time we invite that Canadian. So it's playing in Canada is not that easy, actually.
Right.
Being from Canada playing in the US, it's not easy. You need a work visa, which can be up to 9 months. Wait. So you need a schedule, you need a contract that's signed that far in advance, or you pay an expedited fee, which is $3,800. So
right.
it's just a lot of money. We're a big band, but that's the sounds of Chicago.
I'm just
So we're really glad we could make it.
Right, let's go back.
Back.
in
Back.
way back. Your background in music, what made you want to be a musician first?
It was always in there. It was just, I loved music. I loved singing. I was singing all the jingles of all the commercials, all the TV show, songs, all the top 40 radio from the time I could speak, driving my parents nuts. So I've always sang. And my parents supported that. They sent us to music school. I learned violin at 10, and we were in a competitive choir at that age. So then I went on to just always sing. It was something that was really affirmed. Really, it would say, "Wow, you're so good. You should be on Star Search." That's way back.
Well, how did you feel when someone said that the first time?
Well, very validating, very good. Because I had a lot of problems as a kid. I was not easy as a kid, and I had a troubled teenagehood. So I didn't have greatest self-esteem. I didn't, I had a lot of problems. I got into substance abuse and stuff like that as a young kid. So when somebody said you're good, I was like, I ate it up like a sponge. So it was like, I often say music was like a little sparkling light inside. So, and I wanted to follow that so bad. And eventually I'm grateful I was able to get out from darkness. I be able to follow my training instrument.
And as a vocalist, which influences in your music?
Well, the big ones, Tina, Aretha, Etta. But first of all, before that, even there was Billy and Ella, Sharon,
Yeah.
and Sarah Vaughan, and some of just the classics. But way even before that, I was raised in a white community in Ontario, although I'm from the UK, right? Lest you forget.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let you forget that loud. But anyway, I was born in Manchester, England. My parents brought me over to London, Ontario. So when I was from the age of 4, and so I was raised in an all-white community, and we were very much a part of the bits question. I could have forgot. It's a hear self-talk.
Good.
Looking at your roots, your influences.
My influences, oh yeah. So my influences, I was, raised in this white community, so we had a lot of country music. There was Anne Murray, who's a Canadian. Kenny Rogers, John Denver, Dean Martin, Barbara Streisand. When I was 10 years old and stuff, I was singing storytelling like these people. Like country music is really storytelling. And so when I started writing music, it came out quite country. And to this day, when I write a song, I give it to the Ben Racine band, like my guys, and they make it blues, they make it hip, they make it. I mean, I can't write blues songs, but some of my songs are really, really country based.
So, how would you describe your style?
Very eclectic, and I love the blues for that. That you can be rock, you can be funk, you can be soul, you can be jazz, it all mixes up in this beautiful auto, this jambalaya of blues. I love that it's such an open genre. So yeah, it's quite eclectic. I really believe in the singer as a messenger. So my songs, whatever style they are, there's a message. They're often humorous.
Yeah.
They can be very deep. They can make you laugh. They can make you cry. And it's about getting that across. So I think the music is more a vehicle for the message of the song.
And what about your songwriting? Where does the song start? Is it the lyrics? Is it
Often some kind of, for me, it's often some kind of an idea. Something comes to me, and the funny ones come to me all the time, Or I might actually have what do you call it? An idea of a title. So
Right.
the title will come first. I moved to Montreal. I thought about the goat meat sandwich, so I wrote a song once on meat.
and for a song like Lost, say for example, where does that come from? And that was sung with passion, where did that song go?
Well, the entire album, the album that Lost is on, is called Mad Love.
Yeah.
So, it came out of a bad relationship, that went bad, a marriage that was very short-lived, really, and mental health happens, and my, the mental health happened. My husband had an episode, became convinced of things that I could not convince him of otherwise, and
Right.
it felt like the marriage was pulled out from under me, it felt pretty sudden. On retrospect, that you can always see the red flags, right? But that song in particular, some songs just come through you. Other songs you gotta sit and work on and revise. That one came right through me, and I feel, often with songs like that, it's so cathartic, it's so healing. Every time I sing it, I feel a little.
And what about your stagecraft? What about being on stage? How did you learn that?
Well, it's 30 years now, more than 30 years, maybe 35 years of it doing that. So, it's a process. For me, I think it's so important to be yourself. Other people put on a persona, but for me, I have to be authentic. So my goal is really to incorporate the person you're talking to now with the person that's on stage.
Right,
And I find the more I'm myself on stage is the more I connect to people. I also believe, what comes from the heart touches the heart.
Yeah.
So I always try to sing from the heart.
It's the connection with the audience as well. And I mean, you mentioned COVID. I mean, the connection there is locked system. That's a difficult time. How did you feel during that time?
Well, at first it was like, oh, snow day.
Yeah.
You guys are from Glasgow. You have snow. You got snow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
We're not
they
from
closed
Glasgow.
the schools. They closed the schools. But, right, you need to say that.
Yeah.
Sorry. But, it was very much, it was weird at first, but nobody thought it was going to last. And then it started, I started writing more. I did some online concerts. I did some teaching, coaching. I studied acting as well, by the way. So that also helps with the stage presence.
Right.
I do a lot of improvisation.
Yeah.
So basically going with the flow. If somebody yells something out in the audience, you respond to that. And I think it's a process of just getting to know yourself. So,
You're very relaxed on stage.
it appears so. I get nervous, and I tell people that I work with when I coach that, instead of saying I'm nervous about a show or I'm so nervous, it's like I'm so excited. And just making that slight little difference in your word, one word can change your experience with what. This is an adventure. Life's an adventure. Every show's an adventure. Different people. This is why my band can't stand it sometimes, but they've all gotten used to it, that I don't have a set list. Although the first couple songs, rarely do I stick to the songs in order. I'll go, let's do this. It'll be inspired. And I think the less caught up I am and, what do I look like? I shouldn't have worn those shoes, is the more I'm in flow and I feel like you're inspired. It's a creative cycle that we create. The show and the moments that people will leave with is created with the audience, me and the musicians. It's not me doing this for you. It's us creating this together.
It's cathartic. I mean, do you get a lot of fans or audience members coming up and say that song really related to
Yeah,
you?
a lot, and it's beautiful. Yesterday, I mean, people just they come up and hug me. I'm totally cool with it. Not everybody is. You know, people are like they keep back and stay. I love meeting people, and I love the fact that I've been blessed enough to be able to do something that touches people. And when somebody comes up to you with tears in their eyes, like, wow, that's powerful. You know, and it's just me. I really believe that's a gift I've been given, and I have to share it. Please close me. Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just been bit.
I get bitten. They like that. They like
So,
the
they
UK
like my
blood.
legs. They want British
You
blood.
too?
You got a chigger.
Yeah.
No, I'm okay.
And what about venues? I mean, you've just played Chicago Blues Festival. How do you feel about playing?
Amazing. Well, the hype is real. It's 250,000 people come down here every year for this event. It's the biggest blues festival in the world. I really am thrilled. So for me, it's like winning a Juno or winning a Grammy. It's an achievement. You know, when we won the Juno, it's like, okay, does it really mean anything? Well, it doesn't. In my heart, it's really affirming. I mean, every time I play, I get affirmed that I'm on the right path, that I'm doing something that's serving community, that's serving, you know, not just myself and paying my bills and my musicians, but also serving the community and people as a whole. So when I playing here, it's like a real achievement for me. It's like a feather in your cap, you know?
I was going to ask you what you see as success in your life. What
Things like
thinking back on.
Things like this, but I mean, I've often said, I mean, for years, people come, what are you doing playing here? You're so good. Like, well, I'm paying my mortgage, you know, my bills. I still do music with seniors, with elders. I go into residences. I still do that.
Right.
I guitar and I sing songs, and I love doing it. And I probably won't stop doing it, you know, because it's so fulfilling. Whether it's an audience of 10 or an audience of like yesterday, 7,000 people or whatever, I still get so much pleasure and joy out of it. So I will do that till the day I die, God willing, you know.
And what does blues mean to you?
Blues. That's a loaded question.
Yeah, it
What does
is.
it mean to me?
Yeah,
It means community, for sure.
Right.
I see people here, oh, we saw you on the cruise, you know, we saw you here, we saw you there.
Right.
There really is a community and a blues family, I think. It also means diversity to me.
Yeah.
It means, as I said, different styles of music bringing together. And I've often said the blues chose me. I never chose it. I was studying jazz at Concordia. I was doing my jazz degree at Concordia University in Montreal. That's why I moved there from Ontario. And somebody approached me shortly afterwards. I was playing soul and my little soul band and doing jazz. And they said, look, can you play some blues on this compilation? Can you write a couple of blues? Oh, yeah, I can write a blues. That came out in 1998, that compilation. It was called the Preservation Blues Review. And that 1999, that very next summer, we were at the Montreal International Jazz Festival, and I was on the blues stage, and it was like 10,000 people. I was like, I guess I'm a blues singer now. It was a moment.
Right.
I said, I guess I'm a blues singer now. I felt like a imposter for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think until we won the IBCs in 2017, I still felt like a bit of an imposter.
Right. Because, I mean, nowadays, genres are so fast. I mean, you used to be able to plug through LPs.
Yeah.
You know, it's all
Categories.
genre based. Your music, you cannot pigeonhole it.
Right. Yeah, which is interesting because yesterday I was thinking, maybe we didn't do enough blues for the Blues Festival, you know? Maybe we should have thrown another shuffle in there. When you listen to who came before, what came after, I was like, but people really connected to it. And I think, again, back to your question, what the blues is, firstly, it's a feeling. It's a feeling and it's a human experience. And it's not restricted to just America or the Black experience or musicians. It really is something that we all relate to. And that's where the word blues came from. Originally, it was the Blue Devils. It was a feeling. So I think that is at its essence what Netflix for me.
And what kind of events do you like? Small places or festivals? On anywhere?
All of it. Not at all. I really do. Do I have a preference? I mean, I still go and do my jazz gigs in Montreal, little jazz club. It's like a very New York-esque club. They do 2 seatings, and it's like a 70-minute set, and it's like, I still love that because I connect to people. Like, it's so freaking important to me. So,
And what's the best advice you've had
that I've ever got?
in your career? Or in life in general?
Life in general?
Yeah, life in general.
Quit doing drugs and drinking and get your shit together. Your shite together. That was it. That was the best freaking improv. That's the best advice I ever had. It's paid off. I would say be yourself if I had to give it. Be yourself.
Yeah, what do you teach younger people coming through?
Yeah. I would say be yourself. I do. I tell them. Trust your gift. Trust that music and trust the joy that you have when you're playing by yourself in the living room. And bring that on the stage with you. It's like, we get so caught up. What do they think? What do they think? You can never, ever, in any situation, control what anyone else thinks of you.
Absolutely.
It's impossible. So why, as human beings, do we get so caught up with what do people think? It's kind of sad because if you're just yourself, come from the heart, it reaches the heart, man.
Absolutely. What keeps you motivated? What keeps you
The joy. The joy. Definitely not the money. I'm like, if it was the money, I'd be singing country and western by now, or pop, or hip hop or rap. But all of which I will do. I mean, I love so many different styles. But yeah, I mean, when I was starting out, I was singing in a wedding band. I'd be doing Celine Dion and Madonna and the Cool and the Gang. I mean, all that stuff. So I believe in that. But really, it's the joy that I get from doing what I am.
Well, what about being a band leader?
Love it. I got all them men doing what I want to do. It's like a mojo. I got my mojo working. I got all them men under my control. And I love leading a band. And I've been doing good at it. Because I don't try to be, don't let them know that we don't know what we're doing. There's nothing wrong with not knowing what you're doing. As long as you're all in it together and you trust everyone's talent. I trust those guys' talent on stage. Yeah. I don't have to try to control that. I'm just like, bring it on. Bring it on. And even when I go and work with a band, when I go to Europe, I work with a band. If I come to the UK, I can work with a band over there. And I know it'll be fine. As long as I've got reputable musicians who are talented, have big ears, know how to listen, then I can lead them. Big ears.
Yeah.
I got big ears, great big ears. I'm like a taxi with the doors wide open. I got big ears. Anyway, yeah.
Yes.
Is that good?
That was good. That was good.
Any other parting questions there, Colin?
Any other parting?
I have bug spray back in my
I'm all right. See, I've had worse. I've had worse. Right, the future. What's the next
future?
Have you got songs written and your album coming out?
I do have some songs written, but surprisingly enough, I've decided to document my jazz career right now.
Right.
So I'm going to the studio in a couple of weeks with my trio, which consists of the drummer and the pianist that was on stage last night.
Yeah.
They're all very versatile musicians, and a marvelous bass player named Morgan Moore. And we're going to put down some of my jazz repertoire. I'm looking forward to it. So that is probably the next record.
Who's your favorite jazz singer then?
It's questionable.
There you go.
That's really questionable. Who do I love? I mean, I love Diane Reeves. I love Dinah Washington. I mean, who's living? Dee Dee Bridgewater. I mean, Nina Simone. She caught me on the spot. I can't even think, but I love the planet.
That's insane.
You know as well. Kurt Elling.
No.
Elling Kurt. Who's actually playing last of the guys. I know he's playing here in Chicago soon. Just saw that. Have to come back.
Excellent. And what do you want to tell the Blues Matters readership?
Blues Matters readership. Keep supporting the blues. Please share it with your families, your kids. We need people to enjoy and to continue to enjoy and support this amazing art form. of the blues. So spread the word, and thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Colin. He had like 50 million places he could have ended up. Oh, that's a good way to end it. Oh, you had a lot of good questions. I hope it wasn't too noisy.